So what you're going to want to do is heat up the front plate of this knob here, and it's actually glued on. You can see the glue residue in there. You got to get that nice and hot. Glue comes off. It is going to be a little bit of an issue trying to separate this housing from here to get a nice pry on there to get it out. But I was able to do that. Then you're going to see 2 screws right in here. That is to remove this piece, and you're going to be met with this. And then what you're going to need to do is that there's going to be 2 screws here and another one down here. And then you're also going to need a screw here and here. I kind of broke this one on my teardown, but you're going to want this metal plate out as well. And that's going to expose this plastic housing. Other than that, that is it for the front. So then when you go to the back, got it all torn apart here. This piece right here is also glued on. So you're going to need to get like a wedge or something in there to pry it apart. You could also heat it up, but I ended up using a pretty small shim, something like this, just a little shim. And I got it in there, and I kind of separated this backing from the back cover, and you can see it just starts prying up. And it is, the whole thing is glued on as well. So let me get that out. There you go. So see, it's all glue. The whole thing is glued on. And then you're going to be met with some more screws in the back. It's going to be a silver one here and another one, silver one here. That is to separate the inner parts of the base station here from the housing. So you could pull, just on needle and unscrew those, this whole housing and everything assembly would come out with it. I do have all the screws out, so it's probably going to fall apart. I'm going to pry it here. And you can also push it a little bit from the front, and you can see the whole thing pops off. I removed all the whole thing. Screws come out. And you kind of need to get leverage in there. And you're just going to slowly separate it from the housing. And then same thing. You're going to be, for the dial, it's just 2 screws. One right here, one here. Loosens this up. You got some wires that are kind of held in place for the fingerprint. And then with the ribbon cable here as well, you're going to see these 2 little black tabs, like right here, and another one right there. And just pull those up, and the ribbon cable does come loose. I do have mine all loose already, so you can see it comes right out. And then you're going to have some screw holes here, 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 and here. Loosen those up, and the whole station will pop up and slide out slightly to expose the battery part of it. And like I said, I got this already torn apart, but there's an additional screw holes for the battery charger for here and here as well. That's going to be inside here to loosen that up. Be careful with the wires trying to pull them out. They do kind of snag a little bit on everything. But other than that, that is to separate the motherboard of the base station from the housing. And I have yet to figure out how to remove the screen yet, but I believe it's also glued on as well if you need to replace the screen. But yeah, that is where I got with this part. Mine doesn't have any power. It doesn't turn on whatsoever, so I've been trying to figure this one out. But other than that, yeah, that's how you do it.